What is going on, everybody? This is your boy Chili, and today going to be talking about the Cod Champs XP 2016, whatever you want to call it, results. Spoiler alert, if you have not watched all of them or you don't want the series ruined, don't watch this. But anyways, obviously, if you watched all through the weekend, which just ended yesterday, we know that Envious is the 2016 Cod Champs, Cod XP Champs, and honestly, I'm a little surprised, not so much that Envy did well because they've been really hot more recently. It was the fact that both Optic and FaZe did terribly at this tournament. After group stage, it really just fell apart. Optic lost in the very first round to Envious. I want to say it was 3-0 or 3-1. And then the very next round, Envious smoked FaZe 3-0. And when you look at the losers bracket, and I actually just pulled it up here, you know, they both won a few games. They both won one round of the losers bracket to get. Optic played Luminosity, and FaZe played, I want to say, Millennium, I think. And then obviously, if you subscribe to MLG on Facebook, they showed the Game 5 Round 11 S&D where Cloud9 clutched up on Optic, and FaZe really just, you know, I don't know what it is. Both of them went to Game 5, and I guess to me, as I look at it, these are the teams that have been together the longest over the past two titles. Optic is one of those, they always come out at the beginning of the game and they dominate. I think it's mostly to do with the fact that their setup, you know, they have a $2 million house, multi-million-dollar house, the best money or the best internet money can buy, and they're all dedicated. And I really like the way that they did this COD XP format, waiting till nearly the end of the game cycle. I really believe it gives people a chance to adapt styles throughout the year. Traditionally, COD Champs or COD XP has always been held, I want to say in March or April. Don't quote me on that, but it's always earlier. It's always, there's a few months left and there's other major LAN events, and it's just one of those, it's like, well, the best team at Champs may not be the actual best team for the game. Look at COD Champs for Black Ops 2. Freako Impact clearly dominated COD Champs, but then look at Complexity and the Dynasty they set up later after COD Champs. It just goes to show you that near the end of the game, things happen, but, you know, what do those teams do from here? What do FaZe and Optic do? Because they are arguably the two biggest COD esports organizations. And don't get me wrong, Envious is huge. But I just think in terms of specifically for COD, you have to put FaZe and Optic at number 1 and 2. They drastically underperform. And this is coming from someone who I like Scump, I like Karma, I like Zuma, I like Attach. I like all the players. I like all the players on the team, but they both pretty much underperformed. I mean, group stage is one thing, you're supposed to dominate that, but to be eliminated in the first and second rounds respectively, and granted it was to Envious, but you know, it just goes to show you, it's like, what do they do from here? Do they regroup? You know, do they stay together? I think they do. I don't really think you can do much better than the Optic roster. Same with FaZe. I mean, really, there's maybe one or two players that you could possibly put on that team to add a little bit more zest to it, but that's purely speculative. But hats off to Envious, because they really just, they dominated the event. It really showed no weaknesses. As I watched the series, and I'm trying to catch up and watch as many as I can, I don't think they lost a series at all. I think they went to a Game 5, once? I mean, I think with LANs, and it comes up all the time, it's like you're either hot or cold. Optic is notorious for starting really, really slow and then having to fight their way through the losers bracket at times, or they come out really, really fast out of the gate and they dominate everybody. And this was just one of those, you can't afford to start slow at COD Champs. You know, it is the biggest tournament, the most recognition in the esports community for COD. And it sucks because obviously Optic, probably being the biggest organization, most followers on YouTube, and just everyone overall follows them. This isn't, you know, a squad that you can really be like, well, this is just, the squad just doesn't have enough firepower. The squad is arguably one of the best squads in the game. I think that they were favorites to come out and win. You know, I really do think if you had to make most of the casters or community pick, all bias aside, most people would have thought Optic was up there. You know, then you got FaZe. Envious was obviously hot recently, but, you know, Elevate, Rise Nation. But the fact of the matter is each one of these teams mentioned, they just didn't perform to, in my opinion, the fullest of their abilities. It was certainly a good tournament. I'm still watching some of the semifinals, quarterfinal matches. I caught some of the main ones, but I mean, it really is crazy to think that Optic placed worse this year than they did last year, and their squad played even longer. So do they make a roster change? What about FaZe? I mean, these are the two teams that have been around the longest. in terms of keeping the same active roster, and they both do very well. What do you guys think they do? Do you think they change things up? Do you think they go with a different strategy? What do they do coming into Infinite Warfare? It'll be very interesting to see. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the tournament. I personally think that this was a really fun tournament. Better than Advanced Warfare. I would say right up there with Ghost. I just don't think anything will ever replace Black Ops 2. The suspense that was with that. But that's just my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. Was it a good tournament? Who is the best team out there right now? Is it Envious, or did they just are they just playing really hot right now? Are they consistent enough to say that? Who is the best team? All bias aside, what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys are new to the channel, I do a lot of Destiny and Call of Duty videos. And with that being said, guys, enjoy the rest of your Labor Day weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to sit back, relax, eat some food, and drink some beer. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Remember to stay focused, stay humble, stay driven, and I'll catch you guys later.